Sometimes mods do not go as you planned. A mod is like a module, like a small section of, like a quest or a combat or whatever. We refer to them as mods. But sometimes mods do not go as you planned. It had been a slow combat first day. Very, very little combat had happened because the undead were occupying the town. So, like, what was going to get through an undead occupational line? Nothing. Like, everybody was concerned by the fact that, like, nothing had happened. It was so weird, you know? But there were still some witches. Still some witches in the forest. And I got told to go out and play this witch who was doing this thing, converting animals to the service of the wanderer, you know? Like, carving symbols in them and making them her mind slaves, as you do with animals, you know. But we weren't expecting as many people who showed up to that as did show up. It was literally the whole town. It was the whole town. Because there hadn't been any other combat, so it was one of those things where it was like, this is the first combat of the game, basically. Go get 'em! You know? So, fucking everybody in the whole town showed up to kill me and my, like, 4 wolves. It was supposed to be, like, a little bit of a boss fight, because this was, like, a level 15 witch. You know, she's a badass, like, generally speaking. She had lots of spells and what have you. But I got decapitated in, like, 3 seconds. Dagrin ran up behind me. One of the paladins in town ran up behind me and just 10-body decapitate. I was holding an item that gave me an 8 magic threshold. It was this heart. Fizz rep. There's like a green heart that I'd covered in fake blood, and it's like all over my hands and stuff. I was holding this in my hands, and it gave me an 8 magic threshold, which means anything less than 8 magic would not have hurt me, which is like 90%, 95% of the town. But 10 magic, decapitate. Instant kill. Boss monster, rip. Very sad. Very sad. Sometimes things don't go as you planned. That mod lasted all of like 3 minutes when it should have been like 30 minutes. Good times. But she is dead. She's dead as shit now, that witch. She finaled. I played her finaled corpse for like a long time. I got looted like 18 times because the body wasn't disappearing. You know, so they were like, oh, did you check her? Oh, did you check her? It's like, yeah, she's there, headless. Like, she is not resurrected. She has not dissipated and gone to the resurrection circle. She is a corpse. She is dead forever. You know, I just lay there and sort of like tried to hammer home the point that I was in my final death. But yeah. Ripperino, that witch. She died ignobly, considering how much trouble she caused during the rest of the season. Win some, you lose some.